Congratulations on the purchase of your Plasma40. Before we get started, I'd like to go through all the contents of the equipment in the box. First, we have the gas hose. We have a regulator with a filter on. We have a PT31 plasma cutting torch. We have an earth cable and earth clamp. We have 4 Jubilee clamps and a pack of consumables for the torch. What Arvin is going to do now, he's going to attach the regulator and filter to the back of the machine. The purpose of the filter is obviously to filter the air so that we have clean air running through the plasma. The purpose of the regulator is to regulate the airflow into the plasma to 4 bar. The minimum compressor size is a 25 litre, 1.5 horsepower compressor. The inlet of the regulator will go directly to the compressor. And the outlet of the regulator will go directly into the machine. Once the air hose to the compressor is connected, you can switch the compressor on, lift the knob and adjust the air pressure to 4 bar. To lock the air pressure at 4 bar, press the knob down. The rear end of the machine is now ready to cut. We need to go to the front of the machine for the setup of the front of the machine. First, fit the torch onto the torch receptacle of the machine. You'll notice there's a plastic insulator which insulates the brass part of the torch so you cannot get a shock. We then connect the trigger leads to the trigger plug and thereafter the earth clamp and earth cable. The machine is now ready to be put into use. Safety is very important prior to cutting. You need a pair of gloves. You need a pair of dark specs and obviously an overall or leather jacket. We switch the machine on. Let's just have a look at the machine first. We switch the machine on. You'll notice there's a toggle switch over here. This toggle switch allows, it's called a post flow of air. When I say a post flow of air, once we finish cutting with the torch, the air will run for 2.5 seconds on position 1. On position 5, it will run for 5 seconds. The reason for this is to cool the torch down after cutting. This button here controls the current of the machine. Being a 40 amp machine on maximum, we'll be cutting on 40 amps right down to 10 amps. The plasma torch consists of 3 consumables. Basically, the air electrode, the cutting nozzle, and the outer shield cap. This all fits together and now we are ready to cut. In order to initiate your arc, you'll push this button on top and then start cutting. So what we'll do, you hold your nozzle 5 millimeters prior to the plate or in front of the plate, press the trigger and start cutting. Because of the intense heat of a plasma cutter, the strip that is cut off is cool. It can be picked up with your finger. And the reason why it doesn't overheat is because of the ionization of air particles with the arc, electric arc, and that causes extreme heat and you can cut at a very high speed without distortion of your base material. Therefore, in the panel beating industry, you will not get any warping on your material. The Cut 40 will cut up to 8 millimeter plate. But very important is the torch, the consumables on the torch. The consumables on the torch are wearing parts, and I'd like to just show you what would actually wear first. The air electrode. If you have a look at the air electrode, there's a product